Hi, I'm Mike Berry, the creator of Paper Hearth Games, and today we're going to learn how to play Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks is a card game that can be played with a standard 52 card deck and can be played by players of 6 years or older. It takes about 15 minutes to play. It's a very simple game about growing trees and cutting trees down. So let's get into the rules. First, we'll take our standard deck and we'll deal out a hand of 4 to each player. I'm going to simulate 2 players in this playthrough, just for the sake of example. And when you get your hand, you can look at your hand, but you don't show the other player. After you have your hand of cards, you'll then grow 4 tree trunks. This is the start of the game, and now we're ready to play. The first player can either grow a tree, which means adding a card from their hand on top of an existing trunk, or they can cut a tree down if they want to collect the lumber that exists above the trunk. At this moment, I don't want to cut any trees down because nothing has really grown, and I want more points per piece of lumber when I cut down a tree. So for my first move, I'm going to take my 3 and perhaps grow on top of my 4. Since I know I have a 4, I can cut this 4 tree down later, and I want to try to grow it as much as possible so I can collect additional lumber. After I place my card down, I draw my hand back up to 4 cards. This marks the next player's turn. The next player will choose to play a card. I'm not sure what cards are in this hand, but let's say they draw the queen. And they decide to grow the 10 a little bit higher because they don't have a 4 in their hand. After growing, they would then draw back up to 4 cards. If I become nervous and feel like my opponent does have a 4, I could use my 4 to cut down this trunk. When a tree is cut down, I collect all the lumber, including the trunk, from that tree. So currently, I have 3 points. I then draw a new card for a trunk and draw back up to 4. That marks the end of my turn. Let's say my opponent grows this tree even further by adding a king on top of that 10 trunk, and then draws back up to 4. I have a very powerful card in my hand, which is the jack. The only way to cut down trees in Lumberjacks is to match the number with a trunk, unless you have a jack. A jack is like a wild card in Lumberjacks, and using this jack, I can cut down any trunk that I'd like. So in this turn, I have cut down this trunk and have collected 4 more lumber points. I'll then replace the trunk and draw back up to 4. And that's it. That's how you play rounds of Lumberjack. The game will continue until the draw pile is completely gone and both players have expended their hands. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer it as soon as possible. Thank you.